does the fact that Buffalo, McDermott said he's going to play his starters except for Josh, like of course, does that impact what you do at all?
No.
How important is it for you to get to see Jaxson in game action?
It's important to see all the guys in game action. So
for a rookie quarterback, I'm talking about.
Well, I know he's a rookie quarterback.
Who might not play. It doesn't look like he's going to play at least at the start of this year.
Yeah, no, it's important. It's important for all the young guys to get out there and experience live action in NFL games. It's their first one. Something they'll always remember too. These young players. We'll give them as many reps as we can give them, and we'll see how he does.
How's James?
He's doing good.
Will he be out there today?
He will be.
Was there any talk of doing joint practices with the Bills? Because I went back and looked, and you always say like you need to have a working relationship with the coach, trust each other, and obviously you and Buffalo go way back. So.
Yeah, I talked about this the other day. That's okay. I think you were late, but so no. We did. The NFL does a lot of research, practices before the first game, practices before the second game, third game, so on and so forth. And the reason why we didn't do it the first game is there's a higher rate of injury with the studies that they've done and given us. So that's why we did it. We're going to practice the second week.
You got me.
Just to repeat. How's Malik? He didn't participate in the second half of the practice yesterday. He'll be out there today.
Again, with injuries, whoever's out there will be out there, and the guys that aren't won't.
Will he be out there today?
Yeah, I don't get into injuries right now, Jordan.
Do you want to play him on Saturday? Is he a guy you want to see in game action?
Yeah, so the guys that can play will play, and we'll decide that after practice today.
So you can play. So you're saying you're planning to play the healthy players, though?
Yeah, we'll make all those decisions after practice time. Yeah.
What usually goes into those kind of decisions? I know you said before you had like a plan, but for you, kind of, how do you try to figure out how to balance out who needs reps, who gets reps, who you want to be careful with?
Yeah, we do what we think is best for the team. So we have meetings like we do after every Friday. I know today's a Thursday. Talk with the coaches, talk with the medical staff, and then decide off the information that we get.
So there's no change from like regular season, is what you're saying? Like no difference, or?
We're just focused on this week right here with this game.
How much do you see Malik's toe or hear about Malik's toe affecting him when he's on the field?
Again, it's an injury question. So, again, the guys that are out there are going to participate and do everything they can do.
Dave, you just mentioned a little while ago it's important for young guys to play. So for the new rookies who have absolutely no idea what it's like to be in an NFL game, what do you tell them to kind of even out their nerves in their stomach?
Yeah, I had a meeting with those guys 2 days ago and had a number of vets talk to them about their first game that they played in. A variety of people, maybe a guy in the second year, a guy that's played a long time. They gave them good messaging. Again, football is football, but I think it's important for those guys to hear from the guys that actually went out there and played and remember their first game. Usually remember your first game, even though it's a preseason game. And they all delivered good messages, the players that talked to them.
I know you're going to do what's best for the team and you're going to decide after practice today, but with a guy like Jaxson, to Jordan's point, who isn't in line to start the season in a first-line player, is there any downside to playing him as much as possible in the preseason? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, is there too much? You want to see him in a smaller sample size?
Yeah, I think, look, as much as he can play is good for all these young players to play. Again, we'll do what we think is best relative to all the quarterbacks in every position. Have an idea of how long he'll play this game. But again, we'll have practice here, and then we'll sit down and finalize it.
Relative to the position battles, and obviously right guard and cornerback too are the ones that come to mind, do the preseason reps get judged? How do those 3 preseason games, or 2 if they only play 2, get weighted against like whatever it is, 20 practices?
Everything gets evaluated. But when you're playing in a live game where you can tackle, you can get hit, you see real live football. Out here, was it a sack? Was it not a sack? Was it a long run? You don't really know. So they're important, obviously.
Is it critical for you with a new quarterback?
You guys are keep on figuring out how to ask them. That's great. I'm just one. That's good. Just see if we can get a different answer.
Is it critical with a new starting quarterback for your starters to get significant preseason game action? I'm not just about this week, just generally.
One more time, give it to me.
You're too busy making fun of me.
No, I was thinking about the way they asked the other ones.
Is it critical for your starting offense with a new quarterback to get significant game experience in the preseason?
I spent a lot of time on this, looking at a variety of teams, a variety of coaches, how they've handled the preseason, if it had any direct impact on how they started the season. Obviously, we had a very good start the last couple of years, so I've done a lot of research on that. It's probably inconclusive. So I think the best thing to do after talking to some guys is, do what you think your team needs. So how many reps? Is there a sweet spot of reps? I looked at that too. Like, all right, these starters on this team played on average 32 plays in the preseason the last 3 years. These starters only played 6. So I think the most important thing for us is to do what we think is best for the team and the best for each individual player.
What do you think the team needs?
We'll talk about that tonight.
Russell's obviously.
Speaking, if Jaxson were to play on Saturday, are there specific?
He's playing.
Right.
There you go.
So, okay,
There
great.
Tweet that out there, Dan.
Great.
Good.
Got it.
Are there specific scenarios, like situations that you want to see him in that you maybe haven't seen in practice?
Yeah, just live action. We've put him in a lot of different situations, and there's times in the preseason that you can manufacture that for quarterbacks as well. So maybe he doesn't get put into this situation necessarily by the time, but you can orchestrate where you put him in that situation, even though the time really doesn't matter. Tempo of the game, give him a variety of checks. It's pretty basic in the preseason. So, the biggest thing is for him to get out there and just get the operation going. Get the call, get in there, give the call, make sure things are set before he snaps the ball. All the things that you need to do to be an effective quarterback are the procedural things first and foremost, and that'll be important for him.
Russ appears to be, at least from speaking to him, a big proponent of playing in the preseason. How much input do you take from him, or
about playtime?
Ask him about about that part of it.
Yeah, we're going to do coaching staff wise what we think is best for the guys. So, their job is to play, and if they're ready to play, and we decide we're going to play them, we think that's the best, then that's what we're going to do.
Brian, Jackson's had some good days, some learning days. When he holds the ball too much, why is he doing that? Is that a concern at this stage, or is that just teach tape for you?
Can you give me any examples?
It just seems like some of the plays when they break down for him, he's not getting rid of the ball at all.
Some of it's pretty good, what he's doing. Some of it is pretty good because, again, is he sacked, is he not sacked? There's plenty of plays where he's holding it and making a good amount of loose plays, which are hard to defend in this league. You always talk about defending the first play, and then when you have mobile quarterbacks or guys that can do stuff with their legs and their arm, that's the second play, which is really God-given talent for a lot of these guys in this league. And a lot of the good ones are able to do that. So I don't discourage that one bit. Are there times where you can drop back and you're in the pocket and you're holding and here comes the rush and you got to make a quicker decision on whether to throw it away, use an outlet, scramble. But I think there's been a number of times throughout camp, and it'll be important in the preseason to see how it unfolds, where he's buying time because he's able to buy time, or he's able to scramble out of the pocket and keep the play alive and hold on to it a little bit longer. And usually, a lot of times what happens when you can do that is you can generate some big plays that way too. You also have risk having some negative plays, but it's when the pocket collapses and you got to make a decision, the guy's on you right now. So there's definitely some learning experiences with that. That'll be important in the preseason, but there's also a lot of good things that come from that relative to scramble rules, loose plays, big plays down the field that he's pretty good at.
So you want him to use those instincts, basically?
Absolutely.
2 more. No more?
Thanks.
Anyone else not going to be out?
I was waiting, Charlotte. I was waiting. There'll be a few. Yeah. See you. Go ahead.
These guys like Scadaboo, Slayton, guys that we don't see, are they any long-term concern issues?
No.